Streamlined Employee Data Management, where we have brought in a new inline editing feature. So, as you all know that we have a human resource management module up in our sleeve, and we'll be able to enter all employer related data into this particular form or into this particular module. So here we can see that we have a bunch of employees or employee details already created. We can go into a specific employee. So imagine an employee is created, and once the creation is done, you're taken into the view page here. Now, till date, there were different methods to edit the data from this page. And the first and the foremost one was, so click on edit, and this will take into an edit page or into a form which provides us the details to edit the data of employees. We can make the edits here, like from single to married, or from an Android developer to an Android researcher. And if you want to make changes to any of the fields, you will be able to do so, and you can click on submit. It will again take us into the smart view. Now, next method, the basic information and the snapshot area editing. So you can click on edit here, and you can bring in more, more and more fields. Like if I don't want status to be here, but if I want gender to be here, and if I want to drag and drop it in different areas, I can do it. So here what happens, under basic information, gender, the field gender has been added. The same thing works out for snapshot as well, right? So we are taking this to the very next layer. We have inline editing functionality. If you want to change the name, you can click on edit, the edit button, which comes close to the name itself or the data entered in that particular field. You can click on it and you can write. You can further edit it. So this could be a text field. The name is a text box. Now what happens to fields which has a field type as drop downs? For example, gender. You can click on the data entered here, that which is female, click on it and it will show you the drop down again. You can change it from there, right? The same thing happens for phone number because it's a number field. If you want to change it, you can do that as well. This happens for URLs or emails. The same thing happens. So in such a way, you will be able to edit whichever kind of fields in an inline editing manner. So this is a new change. See, when it comes to an employee view page, now we can make 3 different kinds of edit. First of all, the data edit can be done by clicking on the edit button on the top right. Then the basic information and snapshot fields can be customized by editing on this edit button, and you can add new groups, right? Add group. But there are some limitations to this one in terms of numbers only. All right. And next we have the inline editing. Now the inline editing has been introduced directly to full administrators. Any full administrator will be able to inline edit. No special permission is to be needed. But what's the case of sub users? That's the next question. So in terms of sub users, we have introduced a new option into our settings. Under company setup, we can go to users and roles. And here, if you go to roles, then we can assign an inline editing permission. You can enable it for different roles. So let's take in terms of procurement head, then we can go to HRM, and you can see that we have view edit, create edit, then inline edit also. So if inline editing has been enabled for this particular role, and subsequently for the user, then he or she will be able to inline edit the details of employees. So this is the way in which inline editing has been introduced, and how the way in which this functionality works out in terms of employee details management.